Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no talk. I haven't posted a video in a little bit over a month now. It's been a while. But in today's video, I'm going to catch you guys up on what's been going on in my life. While I get to share a little bit of that with you guys, we're going to be doing this makeup look right here. So if you want to see me do this makeup and find out what's been going on, then just stay tuned. So as you guys can see, I have already gone in with all of my base makeup. So that would be my foundation, concealer, setting powder, bronzer. I do have a little bit of highlight on, not too much, as well as eyebrows. I figured we would just fast forward through this portion of the look just to keep things in a nice timely manner. If you're curious as to what products I used for my base makeup, I will have everything listed down below in the description box. But without further ado, we're just going to jump straight into the eye portion of today's look. I do want to keep it pretty fall inspired because it is gearing towards the end of October now. I can't believe it. My birthday is coming up. So keeping everything fall inspired, let's get started. I'm just pulling my hair back really quick before we get into today's look. It's been such a long time since I've done like a full glam makeup look. Like I've been doing a lot of like foundation, concealer, mascara type looks just for my like regular day-to-day life, but to actually sit down and film a full tutorial, it's been so long. So I'm picking up my Sigma E40 blending brush and we're going to be going in with this shade here called Grateful. I'm going to start by directly applying this right into the transition area of the eye to prepare us for some of the darker shades that we're going to be going in with in a minute. It's so nice to sit down and take time to do my makeup because lately with work I've just been kind of hurrying to get up and just get out of the house, which feels strange, honestly. I feel like I've been withdrawing from the glam, which is not a good feeling. So I'm just hopping back on that horse and feeling pretty good about it. Picking up a little bit of a different brush now. This is my Sigma E35. It's similar to the E40, but it's a little bit more dense, so it's nicer to blend out a more targeted color, especially darker eyeshadow colors, so they don't go everywhere. The denser that your brush is, the more easy it is to target specific eyeshadow shades onto the eyelid. So using that E35, I'm going in with the Jaclyn Hill Original palette, and I want to choose this shade here. Unfortunately, the names of these eyeshadows are not listed on the palette. I know when I purchased the palette, it came with a little card listing all of the different eyeshadow shades, so I don't actually know what this color is called because I have no idea what happened to that card. I'm not bringing this shade all the way to the inner corner of the eye. We're going to stop about halfway. This is going to add depth and just really help all of the colors to melt together really nicely. The eyeshadow look will build itself up and become smokier and smokier the more that we add and blend these colors together. So I got a message from somebody who I don't really know who it was that messaged me, but whoever it was recognized that I haven't filmed in a while, and I got a message sent to my Instagram saying, do not stop making YouTube videos. And it was never really my intention to ever stop filming. It just kind of happened. I did recently start a new job, so you know, with the virus and everything going on, I'm sure a lot of people have started new jobs recently. So that's definitely been a change in pace for me. The job that I was working previously was like morning shift, and now I'm on night shift again, so my sleeping schedule has changed. My hours have increased, which isn't a bad thing. That's actually pretty nice. But it's just been change, you know, it's been different. Just adjusting and trying to figure out my routine, what works for me, what doesn't, sleep schedules, as well as just trying to keep up with everyday life, you know. Sticking with that same E35 from Sigma, I'm going to go in a little bit deeper now. I think I want to choose this brown down here, followed by this dark plummy brown. It does have a little bit of a purple undertone, which is going to be nice, so that kind of keeps us intact with our fall vibes that we have going on today. So starting with that darker shade, I'm just keeping this on the outer corner and then buffing it out. Like I said, I do want to keep this look pretty smoky. Not like blackout smoky, but it's not like uber natural, you know? So with this new job, if I'm being completely transparent, has caused me to somewhat deviate from my Bible studies, which is never a good thing for me because I know how it affects me, which I think for anybody who is a believer or has a walk with Jesus, that's kind of always a balancing act that we're gonna be met with, is, you know, keeping God first in the midst of life's ups and downs and twists and turns and all that good stuff. So me trying to keep everything square resulted in me focusing more so on work and family life as opposed to my Bible studies and what I'm passionate about, like my hobby here with YouTube. I haven't dedicated as much time to YouTube as I know that I want to, so I'm really excited to be sitting here and chatting with you guys and filming a look. Picking up this brush here, this is the JH33 brush. Again, it's a little bit more of a denser brush. It's nice for targeting darker shades, so I'm going to go in with that second plummy dark brown shade that I mentioned earlier. Tap off some of that excess. This is a pretty dark color, as you can see on the bristles. And I just want to, again, target this on the very, very outer corner, very specified location of the eye. Just kind of wiggle the brush. I don't want to do big blending motions because, like I said, I want to keep this targeted. I don't want it to go all over the place. I did recently take a trip up to the UP. If you don't know me personally or you never knew this before, I do live in the Midwest, but I never had the opportunity or never made it up to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So this was a really special trip for me as my father is originally from the UP. It was absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna try to put some like pictures and video clips of images that I took while I was out there. It was just incredible. It's like such a different world out there. Really quick, I'm gonna go in with, where is it? This one here. It's like a nice warm shade. I'm gonna just take this right on the lower lash line. So while we were up in the UP, we visited a couple really nice spots. One of them being St. Ignace, which is right over the Mackinac Bridge. It's like one of the first cities that you'll come into after crossing the bridge. And the first thing I noticed was the pace of life up in the UP is so different than it is down here. It's much slower. People are relaxed and laid back, super chill, which was a really nice change of pace for me because, like I said, out here it's like really fast, non-stop, work, 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 go, go, go. If you know anything about Midwesterners, we're very fast. We love to talk, go, work, do, do, do. And so for these couple days, it was so relaxing. We actually hit just a wonderful time to be there because of the change in the colors of the trees. It is peak season now. So we got back, I think, a little bit less than a week ago. So we were there from the 16th to the 19th of October, which was, like I said, the trees were incredible. I'm going to insert a photo for you guys here right now. I'm taking that same dark shade and I'm just going to place it on the very outer corner of the lower lash line. This is going to help open the eyes up a whole lot and add some drama to this look. We also made our way over to the beautiful Tahquamenon Falls. I didn't even know that that place existed. Like, normally when people think of Michigan, they think of Detroit, the auto industry, that sort of thing. I never knew that there were waterfalls and hiking trails in Michigan. So being up there was so refreshing. It was, like I said, it was like a totally different world. And when you look at photos of Tahquamenon Falls on Google, of course it's gorgeous, but being there versus looking at a photo is like two totally different things. I had no idea that these waterfalls were so massive. There was a sign out there that said something like 7,200 and some odd gallons of water flow through this waterfall per second. So I'm over here like envisioning milk gallons. Like, yo, that is a lot of water. And when you're going on these hiking trails, because I think it was like a 4-mile hike to get to the like landing post where you stand and you watch the waterfalls. It was a bit of a hike, but the closer and closer that you got to the waterfalls, you could hear the water rushing. So we're like, oh, we're almost there, we're so close. Every like half mile you're getting closer, and wow, once you actually reached the landing post to view the falls, it was just like so rewarding. Wow, incredible. I'm gonna insert another clip here so you guys can see the waterfalls. Like, wow, just stunning, breathtakingly beautiful scenery. Really quick, I'm going in with the Sigma E45 into the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2, and I'm going to choose this white matte shade up here in the corner. I'm just going to use this shade to highlight the brow bone. While we were up in Tequamanon Falls, there was a brewery up there too, so we were able to try fresh brewed Michigan beer. It was so fresh, and they had some really cool names too. There was like Porcupine Light Ale and the Smoky Bear, and what was another one? I think there was like a peach ale. I'm not really into like fruity anything. But it was just nice and rewarding to hike those 4 miles to see the falls and then stop at the brewery, have a drink. We tried whitefish dip too, which I never realized whitefish is such a big deal in the UP. It's like a thing. Everybody has whitefish. Every restaurant you go, whitefish, whitefish, whitefish. And I like seafood, don't get me wrong, but I'm not like super crazy about seafood. Like, I don't have to have fish all the time, you know? But we did try the whitefish, and it was actually very potent. It was so strong. Like, I had no idea that the dip would be so fishy. I wasn't quite ready to give up on it yet, so I tried the whitefish dip at another location, a totally different restaurant, and I personally like theirs better. It was more of like a cream base and less fishy, so that was nice. I don't have a bad taste in my mouth about whitefish. Really quick, I'm going to line my upper and lower waterline with a little bit of black mascara. This is eyeliner. This is by NYX. This is their Slide On, Glide On. Definitely a turn-on waterproof eyeliner in the shade Jet Black. Just line the upper. Next, we're going to go into the lower waterline. I've been known lately to use white eyeliner on my lower waterline the past month or two, just to open those eyes up and give them some life, but like I said, I kind of want to go smoky today, so we're going to use black. And then I'll just kind of buff out any extra eyeliner across the lower lash line and just make everything pretty seamless. While we were up there, we also got to try a UP favorite, not only from tourists and people who are visiting, but from locals. I guess they make these things called pasties, which it looks like a pastry. But it's not a pastry at all. It's actually like a dinner. It's essentially, the best way I could describe it for you is like a homemade warm beef pot pie. It was really good, and it comes with like a little side of gravy and like coleslaw, and we tried it from this place called Bessie's, which was recommended to us as like the #1 St. Ignace favorite. So we tried that, and that was really good. I was really excited to say like, oh my god, we're trying pasties. This is so awesome. Really quickly off camera, I'm going in with my Benefit Roller Liner in the shade Black, and I'm just going to draw in some nice dramatic winged eyeliner. So I'll be right back. Okay, liquid liner is applied. Now we're going to go in with some mascara. This here is my NARS Climax Mascara. currently my most loved mascara. It works very well. I think I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit. Hey. We were also able to be fortunate enough with, you know, like the virus and everything going on, the Mackinac Island ferries were still in operation. So we were able to get some tickets to get on the ferry and head on over to Mackinac Island, which was a really cool little place. We tried Mackinac Island fudge, which I guess fudge is a pretty big deal up there. We went to this little shop called Murdoch's, which has been around. Oh my goodness, I just got mascara on my eyeshadow. It's okay, we can fix it in a minute. We went to this little place called Murdoch's, and the story goes that originally they were attempting to make caramel or caramel, however you like to pronounce it, and supposedly they messed up the caramel, and that's how they created fudge. How interesting is that? So we tried so much fudge. We got like this collector's package of fudge, and we were able to pick out all of the flavors that we wanted to try. So we got like a chocolate walnut and a coconut, toasted coconut, and salt, Himalayan salt. There was like a pecan flavor with like nuts, and it was like really creamy. And this fudge, let me tell you, I thought it was gonna be like rough, you know? I thought it was gonna be a rough treat, like firm and very rich, but it was actually very soft and very mushy. And it was so, so, so sweet. Like dessert on steroids. It was so yummy. So we did that. I still have a ton of it in my kitchen right now. There's no way that we were gonna eat all that fudge. Going in with some mascara now on the lower lash line as well. I feel like my look is never complete without lower lash line and mascara. I just kind of like tickle the lashes a little bit. I don't go in like this and then pull down. I just kind of use the tip of the wand and fluff it back and forth until I get the lashes positioned in such a way that makes me happy. So that was one of the really cool things that we got to do while we were on Mackinac Island. I don't know if you know this, but there's no cars on the island. Everybody either walks or rides a bicycle or rides on horse carriage. So that was really interesting to me. We thought about doing a horse carriage ride, but once I found out about how expensive it was, we were like, honey, we're walking. Along one of the hiking trails that we found on the island, there was one that led you to this place called Arch Rock, which when we were planning the trip, Arch Rock was one of the places that I really wanted to visit just because in photos it looked so beautiful, and I really wanted to just take my own photos and have them for my own keepsake. Once we hiked to Arch Rock and we climbed up all those stairs and we got to the viewing platform, it was like surreal. I think it was like in that moment that everything really hit me and I realized, oh my gosh, we're here. Like we made it, we did it. This is Arch Rock, and it was breathtaking. Really awesome. It was beautiful. So I'm going to insert a couple photos of Arch Rock and the view of Lake Huron as well, which might I just add, Lake Huron, it just goes on forever. You look out there and it's like you feel like you're on the edge of the world. It's so cool. I did a little bit of historical research on this spot and this scenery and this rock formation, and the man who discovered it back in whenever it was, I think it was in the late 1800s, over 100 years ago, he predicted that the rock formation would by now have collapsed or eroded and just crumbled over time, which if you know anything about mountains, that just happens. Things move. I learned that in Colorado about erosion. Erosion. Okay, Montana. But the rock formation is still standing to this day. So to be able to see that piece of history was really awesome. Now we're gonna go in with lips. I have here this NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Cold Brew. This is like a nice dark brown, perfect for fall, so I'm gonna use this to line my lips. It feels so weird doing lips now that we're all wearing masks and stuff. I don't really line my lips underneath the mask anymore. If I'm being totally honest, sometimes I'll do like lip gloss, or chapstick. But I haven't been going out of my way to line my lips and do lipstick. So the lipstick that we're going in with today is Honey Love. It's a matte lipstick by MAC Cosmetics. It's a nice nude. The two of these together are stunning. Pat it out. Kind of blend the liner in with the lipstick. Ooh. I don't know if you guys could see that flash of light, but looks like we're gonna get some rain. Just lightninged outside. Did you hear that? The thunder is rolling. Yeah. If you guys hear raindrops, it definitely just started pouring outside. I don't know if you can hear it on my camera, but if you do, that's what it is. So after we made it back onto the ferry to get back to St. Ignace, there was this really cute little cultural museum. They called it the Obijawa Culture Museum. It's a Native American area. It used to be a church, actually, in the 1600s, and they transformed it into a museum where you can go and you can learn about the original settlers. It was such a cute and cool little place. It was like a walk-through path, and then all over the walls they had big boards with tons of information on it that you can read about the Native Americans and what happened to them. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I did shed a little tear while I was in there. It made me very emotional to learn you know, what these Native Americans went through. It was very sad for me. But at the same time, it was also very beautiful because I was learning so much, and they had these really awesome artifacts, like Native American original outfits that they would wear. They had boots of a baby Native American and how they sewed the boots together, and that was really cool. It was very authentic and a real piece of history. And it was just very interactive. I mean, you could touch different furs, and it was just really cool. It was really sad to learn about some of this history, but it was so enriching, and it just felt so cool to be there. It was like traveling through time or something. By the last day of our trip, I thought that everything was over. We were going to head home. I did not think that we were going to be able to make it to the Tunnel of Trees, which, if you don't know what that is, it's close between Harbor Springs and like Traverse City area. Along Little Traverse Bay. It's this road that goes on for roughly 20 or 30 miles, and it's a literal tunnel of trees. You drive through it, and we hit the perfect mark for peak color season in the UP. We loved that. And we had nice music playing, and we were pretty quiet for the most part, and we just soaked it all in. The colors, the scenery, everything was just, it was like a movie, I swear. It was like not even real. It was so beautiful. And I really didn't think that we were going to make it, because the way the roads were with getting there and then coming back, the highway, it was just like so out of the way to go to Tunnel of Trees, but somehow, some way we managed it, and we looped around and we got to see it. And wow, what a way to end the trip, you know. I was so happy that we were able to do that. It was just beautiful. So I don't think for this look I'm going to put on any lashes, because I'm not really going anywhere. Essentially, once this video is done being filmed and everything, I'm going to throw some laundry in and relax for the night because I have to work tomorrow. But really quick, we're just going to set the face with my Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. Oh, it feels so good every time. Some may say that my all-nighter spraying is a tad excessive, but I would beg to differ. So yeah, guys, that's what I've been up to. Work, traveling a little bit. I think that's about it. I hope you guys liked today's look. It's pretty simple. Still smoky and dramatic like I love. Just felt really good to sit in front of the camera with you guys and share a little bit of what's been going on in my life lately, some things that I've been up to, and I just missed you guys, honestly. I haven't been on here in almost a month now, and it was just really getting to me. Man, when I don't film, I can't stop thinking about it. It's just like in me. Like, I need to film. I need to be active on YouTube. It's something that I love. It's something that I enjoy. And it's not something that I want to cut myself off from. You know, life and jobs and all of that stuff has its time too. But I think that it's important for us to make time for the things that we enjoy so that, you know, at the end of the day, it's all worth it, you know? So thank you guys so much for spending some time with me today. And I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I really hope to see you in my next one. Bye, guys.